Thank you very much, Chair. This is certainly the most intimidating interview panel I've ever been in front of anyway. Colleagues, it's great to be here. It's good to see such a big crowd. I was born into the Labour Party. It's in my very DNA. I'm a former chair of Labour Youth, not that many years ago, despite what you see in front of you. I've also held many other positions in the party before I ever became an elected representative. And I've been lucky enough to be a senator, TD, an MEP, and indeed a minister, and I'm very proud to represent the party. What motivated me most of all to be involved in Labour politics is a fundamental belief about fairness and equality, and in particular, that the medium of money should not be the medium that dictates how we structure education and healthcare. I am very proud of our party. I'm also very proud of our achievements in government. And colleagues, I think it's very important on a night like tonight that we retain ownership of those achievements and we don't allow our colleagues in government to try and take them off us, or indeed anyone else. In my own ministry, I'm very proud of the fact that I created the first integrated transport ticket in this country after 8 years of Fianna Fáil failing to do so. I'm also very proud to have made sure that the Luas finally crossed the Liffey to serve the people of the north side of Dublin. I'm proud that we ensured that the country exited the bailout and didn't end up in a second one. And that was very real for me when I became Minister for Public Transport, because I knew that if it did, I would be looking at least the part privatisation of CIE. Proud from the budgetary adjustments that we made, that 1.4 to 1 in spending cuts versus taxation measures were achieved despite aspirations of our government colleagues for it to be 3 to 1. Proud that we protected social welfare rates and wages, proud that 75,000 more people are at work, and we have the lowest unemployment in over 5 years. And also very proud that an independent Garda authority will be set up and that we will have a referendum on marriage equality. However, colleagues, that is the past. It is over. We now need to concentrate on the future. There's no point in each or any of us going around and saying that this country would be in a much worse situation if Labour were not in government. It doesn't matter anymore, and the people don't care. They are more worried about the money that's in their pockets. The recent election results prove that. Politics is a human endeavour, and because it is, we make mistakes. And the Labour Party in government has made mistakes. Because of those mistakes, we have lost many fine councillors and candidates, some of whom sit here tonight. They're my colleagues, they're our friends, and it makes me very mad, and it upsets me that they did lose their seats. When I think of mistakes, I think of the timing of water metering going in around the states and houses around the country. I think of the way in which the medical card review was handled. And I think the way in which we, as the Labour Party, managed possibly 1, 2, 3 various different controversies relating to Fine Gael ministers in our government. Colleagues, there is a difference between being successful in government and being successful in politics. We actually have been successful in government, quite successful, but we have not been successful in politics. Perception in politics is important, and there is a discourse, a conversation out there about the Labour Party that is not just very damaging, but it is threatening our very future. We all collectively need to fight this. The word that is on everyone's lips at the moment is austerity. We have maybe 20 months to change that thinking towards prosperity. On top of my agenda is to deliver for working families, for working people, and those looking for work. We need to deliver for workers to make sure that they don't have to worry literally about making ends meet every week. Support and education is at the core of the Labour Party, and we need to deliver on fair access to education for all. I know about this. I am a product of Labour policy on education. For Neil Brannock's decision to give free third-level fees in the 1990s is the reason I got the education that I received. For workers, we need to ensure that our commitments on collective bargaining legislation will be seen through. And from an ethics point of view, this government wants once and for all ensure that anyone who is in receipt of public monies can be and will be held to account including in front of the houses of the Oireachtas. Politically, we need to fight Sinn Féin, and I know we are up to it. We need to take them on in the streets, in the housing estates, and in the media. We all know that Sinn Féin are telling lies, making it up as they go along with fairy tale economics and false promises. We need to make real what their false commitments would mean for real people and their daily lives if they ever came to pass. We have to reposition ourselves with our colleagues in government. And put simply, if I'm deputy leader, every major decision will be Labour-proofed, or it simply will not happen. Colleagues, we need to reorganise. And from now on, we need to be driven by activism in absolutely everything we do. People say that that is an impossible proposition. I know about impossible odds. I faced them in the European election in 2009. And guess what? Working together, we won. Colleagues, I ask you, if you want a person who will stand up for you against the coalface, if you want someone who will keep his eye on the ball and protect Labour interests, then please, trust me with your vote. I am passionate about the Labour Party, but most of all, I'm a person of conviction. Colleagues, what I say is what I believe in, and what I believe in is what I do. Thank you.
Thank you.